Hi everyone, so today I'm just going to do a quick let's make video, and if you've seen my the Facebook groups and my Instagram and my YouTube videos where I've made these tags to go inside a journal, and I'm getting tons of questions on how I made it, and it was very simple. So I'm going to show you how I made but I actually made quite a few of these, so I'm just going to show you how I make one. Very simple. So I have got some water. I need some water. You can use a selection of distress inks. I'm using a little bit of distress inks and some watercolours, and I've got those watercolours and these ones, and they're a little snackable. They were just cheap ones. I think they were like £1, but these are what I actually used to make the other one. So I've got my tag cut out. I've got a little piece of dictionary paper, some music paper, a little bit of lace trim, some cheesecloth, another piece of lace trim there that I don't need, a butterfly of course, and a ticket. Right, so let's get this done. So to start with, you can use obviously watercolor paper or cardstock. I don't have any, but and I didn't use any gesso in this either, but it came out fine. So I'm going to start with just spraying a little bit of water on the tag. It's a nice cardstock, so, and then some on this side, and I'm going to use some yellow to start with. See if we can activate this a little bit. Oops, so I'm using the yellow here. I'll move forward a little bit with that. I'm just going to put it into the water. You can put it straight onto the cardstock if you like, but this is how I done it, so I'm showing you how I done it. You know, you can do it your own way. Here we go. Probably a bit too much because I done 6 tags. So I'm just going to then put that into there. It is very, very light. Indeed, the yellow on here with the water, I don't even know if you can barely see it, but it built up to the colour that obviously I got at the end result. I'm just going to wipe that away, and I'm going to have to dry this very, very quickly, so sorry about the noise. Now, there doesn't seem to be a lot of yellow on there, so I am just going to splodge a little bit on, just with the brush. I probably put too much water on the surface a minute ago. So there we go. I'm going to turn this off and dry it so you're not listening to all the drying process. Okay, so the yellow's dried in a little bit. It is very faint. So I'm going to little bit of water this time, and then I'm going to go in with the green. I'm going to use the green out of this, which is probably down the bottom, yes, because I like that colour. If I had all these colours in distress inks, I would use them. I do have inks in this colour, but I'm not quite sure how they would work, so I'm just going to use what I used, like I said, and then I'm just going to dip that in, like so. I've got a little fly flying around my head now, and maybe just plop a little bit on there. So it's just basically dabbing it in. And then I'm just going to dry that, and okay, so I've dried that. Now I have decided I want a little bit more of the green just around the edges, so I'm just going to paint that on just a little bit, because I'm going to come in with the blue distress ink soon, which is what I done before. Alright, so just a little bit more of the green. Now you're never going to get the same twice, so you know, the colours that I got on one tag wasn't exactly the same on all the other tags. So I'm just going to dry that and I'll be back. Okay, so I'm happy with the colour that I've got so far. So I'm not going to use any more of the, what you call it, these watercolours. And they were, like I said, they were just kind of cheap ones. Nothing fancy, nothing expensive. Right. Now I'm going to come in with the distress ink. Little technique that I saw from somebody else, can't remember who it was now, was putting your distress ink onto like a paper bag or a glassine bag, something shiny and non-porous. Right, so I'm just going to do that. Again, that's probably too much because I'm only doing one tag. And then when you spray your water on it, it comes out like little droplets. I'm going to move that up, see, so you can see, if you can see it all separates, which is really nice. And then I'm just going to dab that in any old way you like. And now I will use that again, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to dry this and then come back in and do it again. So I've dried that, so like I said, I'm just going to go back in and do it again, just to soak up some of this, because once you dry it the first time, you create marks, and then you do it again, you create marks on top of the marks. Right, so I'm going to dry that. Right, so I've dried it all now, and I've gone ahead and just sewn on some lined paper to the back so that you've got some journaling room. And now I'm just going to come in with my big stamp that I used, and I'm going to use some archival ink, which is potting soil, and I'm just going to obviously ink it up. I think on the other ones actually I just done distress ink, so I'm just going to lay that on there and just press down and see what I get. So I'm quite happy with that actually, just a little splodge there. Yeah, quite happy with that. So that's how easy that was. I'll just sit that out of the way because it's rather large. I'm going to come in with my little script stamp as well and just do a little bit here and there. Just a little bit there, down the bottom. You can do it anywhere you like, and there. I need to get hold of one of them big massive script stamps. So that's me done with that. Now I'm just going to quickly ink up around the edges. And that is vintage photo that I'm using. And we're nearly done now. Just got to stick on all the bits, and hopefully my glue's not all clogged up, because I keep forgetting to put the lid on it. Silly me. You'd think I'd learn, wouldn't you? Right, so I've blown everything around now, so I need to pull it all back in. Right, so we have that and that. I've lost a piece. I would do, wouldn't I? Where did that go? Okay, I'm just going to use that. I'm sure it was a smaller piece. That, and my butterfly. There we go. Right, so I'm just going to glue all that on. If the glue wants to come out. Alright. And it's playing nicely for a change. So I just pop that on there. Camera's right in front of me, so I can't check to see if it's completely straight. And glue the dictionary page just there. I'm gonna put just a bit of glue just down here and pop on the lace trim. I think actually you don't see much of that once I covered it all up. The cheesecloth, I'm just going to separate that. There we go. It's all stuck to my fingers. And just trim a little bit of that off. So I'm going to ink the ticket. This is a Tim Holtz ticket. It was kindly gifted to me by Finally Crafting here on YouTube. And her name is Winker. Hope I'm still saying that right. Okay, just popping that there. And just a blob of glue there to put the cheesecloth right there, blob of glue on the butterfly, and then just pop that there. Hold that down a sec. Little piece of bling just for the butterfly. And obviously I'll pull away at that to make it a little bit more tatty. And then to finish it off, I'm just going to use a little bit of crocheted trim. If I can reach my big scissors, and we'll just use these. This is why these don't work, so I use them for everything. But I do try and keep my fabric scissors for fabrics and laces. And then stapler. Could have sewn that on, but I'm not very good at sewing. I can sew paper. I have to mix paper and fabrics together. It just seems to be a no-no. So there we have it. Very quick and easy. I actually like how they come out. You can see obviously the shades of blue on them are slightly different, but like I said, you're never going to get them the same, but they are more or less the same. So if you have any questions, just ask, and thanks for watching. Bye.